A beautiful day and a beautiful eternity to you, beloved. I am Aries Miraculi, and today I bring forth the subject of the full moon in Aries, which is tomorrow, the 15th of October, and in some parts of the globe it would be the 16th. However, we have a full moon in Aries, and it is in a pretty much exact conjunction with the planet Uranus. Anytime we have the resonance of Aries, we're dealing with self-identification, self-identity. And when you take the planet Uranus, which is an energy that says I'm going to be me, the whole me, and nothing but me in spite of what's expected of me. And so with this full moon, we get a chance to look at what are the ways in which we have been true to our own identity. Have we been living the reality of who we really are? Or have we been dancing to someone else's music? We get to take a look at this. The energy is related to emotionality. Whenever there's a full moon, there's always an intensification of who we are as emotional beings. And we have the opportunity to look at the way in which our emotionality can also be a complement to being free. The energy of Uranus, which conjuncts the moon, freedom. The energy of the moon, emotionality, family, mother. Uranus always brings a frequency of sudden and unexpected occurrences. And so it is very likely that we'll experience some sudden and unexpected occurrences having to do with family. Sudden and unexpected occurrences having to do with our emotional being, with mother. In some instances, it is a matter of becoming liberated at the emotional level. We live in a society that has a tendency to program us away from our emotions. When someone cries, oftentimes someone will say, "Oh, don't cry. I care about you, don't cry." When many times the real communication is, "You're making me very uncomfortable. I would appreciate it if you stopped crying." And it is a disadvantage to us that we become disassociated from our emotional beingness, because our emotions are energy in motion, that which fuels our thoughts and intentions. It is also the energy of that which is experiential. Therefore, emotions have a root within our beingness. We cannot be truly aligned with who we are as a being if we're not also aligned with our emotional nature. And so we want to move from stinking thinking to revealing feeling. We can't heal what we won't reveal. We can't heal what we are unwilling to feel. And so this full moon has a great deal to do with the liberation of our feeling nature, which will therefore then give greater power to the thoughts and intentions that we hold. For the lifespan of a thought, the lifespan of an intention, is always determined by the degree of emotionality or emotional energy that that thought and intention is sent forth with. So it's very important to be harmoniously aligned with our emotional being. With this full moon, there may be some unexpected family dynamics. Anything that is associated with the planet Uranus, which is conjuncting the moon, is always bringing the unexpected. Sometimes it's a matter of erratic emotional flow, where the emotions are flowing up and down like a roller coaster or something of that nature. It's also an energy of taking a look at friendships. Uranus is ruler of friendships. You know, the moon has to do with our subconscious nature, that which is below sea level. And so we get to take a look at how are we as a friend, and what is our level of receptivity with regards to the friends that we attract into our space. It is certainly an opportunity to become a better friend and an opportunity to become more worthy of attracting a richer experience in friendship relative to the friends that are in our circle. Uranus is related to community service. Full moon in Aries, conjunct Uranus. An opportunity to take a look at, what are the contributions that we're making to community? And are we allowing ourselves to take advantage of the ways in which our community can serve and empower us? So we definitely want to be looking at community service. Now this full moon is making a square to the planet Pluto, Pluto being in the sign of Capricorn. And we've been seeing a lot of governmental unrest and a lot of upheaval energies associated with governments throughout the world. Seeing some governments falling, seeing some governments become less powerful, more fragile, not as strong economically. So it's a time of major transformation relative to our governmental systems. There is a strong resonance of integrity that ties into the highest essence of Uranian energy. It's the energy of the Aquarian age. It's the energy of the New Age. And so it is a matter of things beginning to surface around government that are not necessarily expressing from a win-win place. Where the government is not really a friend, a true friend to the people. All of these things are on the table to be looked at. Uranus represents cosmic consciousness. And so with this full moon conjunct Uranus, we get a chance to also look at what is our relationship with cosmic consciousness. What is our relationship with that consciousness of divinity that exists within us, the consciousness of God that exists within us? If we are in harmonious alignment with that facet of our being, then it is a time of great acceleration of consciousness, where we can begin to realize more of the Godhood within us. Now, there are certain tendencies, or would-be tendencies, towards, catastrophic things happening at the governmental level. We don't want to give attention and energy to that because we don't want to feed into that possibility, and yet that is on the table. That is one of the human facts of this particular aspect. Full moon, conjunct Uranus, square Pluto. And so it is a really important time for us to be holding the highest possible visions in terms of what's available through our governmental systems. Even when our government seems to be running amok, we want to hold a higher vision of possibility. And begin to thank life and thank God for the manifestation of a greater win-win governmental system. More integrity, more love, more peace, more benevolence within the governmental experience. Not only the governmental experience on a collective scale, but the governmental experience relative to how we govern our own individual identity. Because it is a resonance of Moon and Aries, which always brings in a strong focus on our own personal identity. And with it being a full moon, it's about not hiding, about being in the emotional honesty, being in the integrity of the truth of what's really up. And so, beloveds, let's bring the most positive energy that we could possibly bring to this full moon experience relative to the collective and relative to our own personal experience. I love you so much. I am Astarius Miraculi, and I invite you to visit my website, which you can access through the link on this video. And also I offer psychic astrology readings and healing transmissions with Reiki, with vocal harmonics, and also the didgeridoo. And I appreciate you honoring the spirit of win-win. If you have been empowered by the messages that I share, I'm very close to 1 million views now on YouTube, so I have a lot of people that are very responsive to the messages that I offer. And I'm asking that you also be supportive in terms of finance. I have books and CDs and a lot of different things, and I'm very grateful for your participating in getting my books, getting my CDs. Also, if you're really, really empowered by that which I share, I'm very honored and open to you tithing with me. There is a donation button via my website where you can do that if you like. It is important that we all be supportive of all of the different ways and those sources by which we are uplifted and blessed. Always important to give back. So I ask your support in that way, not just relative to me, but relative to any beings or organizations that are a real blessing to you. Always give back to your sources of inspiration. Oho, Ashe, Amen, Namaste, Hotep, In Lakesh, Alain, Shalom, Satnam, Hariom. I love you so much.